Hello again. Welcome to AddHR Vision. To be or not to be, that is the question. Well, of course I'm not referring to Shakespeare, but I am referring to whether someone is employed or not employed. With the autumn budget behind us, there is still a lot of attention on freelancers regarding employment status. The government have announced that further consultations on IR35 will take place. A typical question I'm often asked is, I want to take this person on, but don't want them on payroll. In many cases, these workers are what would be termed as disguised employees, and there are risks attached to this sort of working relationship for both parties. In this scenario, employers need to be aware of key considerations and what they should do to minimise the risk. In HMRC terms, a disguised employee is someone who doesn't pay tax, pension or NI at source, but the working practices under which they operate mirror that of an employee. Certainly, it's a given that the right contract must be in place. However, in addition, if challenged, these employees would have to pass something called the test of employment. Key factors they would look at in assessing this would be if a company hires someone and the person isn't able to provide a substitute, it is likely they would be deemed an employee. Also, if the employer controls their work, their duties and hours, and appraises them, it is likely they would be deemed an employee as well. Finally, what sort of financial risk do they carry? For example, do they invoice your company as well as others? Do they control their own pricing structure or debt? If not, then they are likely to be deemed of employment status. So, AddHR advise if you want someone as a non-employee, certainly you must have a correctly worded contract in place for services. But of equal importance is to be vigilant of what actually occurs in practice on a day-to-day basis. In summary, if you're taking on someone and they are not set up like a business, it is likely they would be classified as an employee of your company. Well, Christmas is nearly upon us with Christmas parties and festivities. At this time of year, I often get asked about codes of behaviour. Naturally, you want your employees to enjoy themselves, but also to act responsibly as they are still representing the company. AddHR have produced some guidelines on this topic, but often a quick round-robin email to all staff prior to the event outlining expected standards should suffice. If you require any further advice on any of this newsletter's topics or indeed any other HR issues, please pick up the phone and give us a call. Have a great Christmas season and Happy New Year.